Where is the money trail? Where is the money trail?
Why do you go by?
Very
Why do you? Why Meeta? This Meeta.
Where is the money trail, sir?
Okay, I'll let Srijit respond to that, and I'll let
all the insider
I'll let Srijit respond to that. I'll let Srijit come in. Srijit, Shawan, yeah.
Where is the
First
money
of all,
trail? Where
first of all,
Saudis have taken
Madam,
money?
please, my
Tell me
time.
that.
Madam, please, my time. Madam, first of all, even the Supreme Court wouldn't ask a journalist about the source of his news. I think you will take that point fairly. Now, Arnab, to your question, there is already strong perception that Dotex, the company that financed Young Indian, was a clock. Now, the developments that you have exposed suggest that even Young Indian was a clock. So this only makes matters worse for the Congress. Now, who took decisions for the Young Indian, AJL, and the Congress? Are there papers to show that? That's a very important question. And when some journalist is asking that question to a person who is defending this party or AJL or whatever, then you need to give a straight answer and not question his source. Point number one. Now, these are not the only questions. Now, people have been saying that there is no trail of money, there is no corruption, it does not fall under PMLA. The only thing that we have to understand is these two questions, whether Young Indian and whether this Dotex was a clock, comes on the back of a series of questions. So this is of public interest. It needs to be found out whether a political party can disburse a loan of 90 crore rupees to a publishing firm. If yes, it needs to be found out whether there was any plan to revive National Herald as a newspaper. If yes, it needs to be found out whether this transaction of 90 crore actually happened. Was there a money trail for that?
No.
If yes, it needs to be found out whether you can take over the liabilities worth 90 crore by paying just 50 lakh rupees. If yes, it needs to be found out whether the existent investors were informed of the new shares. If yes, it needs to be found out but what assets of AJL have been used by Young Indian. If yes, it needs to be found out whether they earned any profits out of it. If yes, it needs to be found out whether there is any tax liability on Young Indian. That is why multiple firms are into the picture and they are questioning. Now, these are not simple things. These need detailed investigation, interrogation, and evidence collection. So it is appropriate for the Congress party and its supporters to cooperate with the inquiry than protesting against the government and ED and all other institutions in the name of price hike.
Precisely. I want Savio to come in as well.
Let ED take action.
So, so you are admitting this is a scam and a sham and a scam and a sham of a scam. No, you are admitting it. No, you are admitting it. You are admitting. Srijit, he's admitting. He's admitting. Srijit, he's admitting. Even Meeta is admitting it.
Yeah, I think whenever you say that it is up to the ED to take action, that is exactly what is being.
Words on our mouth, please.
No, please. No. When you actually say that it is up to the ED to take action in this case, and that is exactly what they are doing. So
who is opposing ED action? We are supporting. We are participating in investigation.
I saw the chief ministers of all Congress-ruled states. I saw the chief ministers of all Congress-ruled states and all the parties' top brass going along with the Gandhis to the ED office. Were they also summoned? I didn't know. Sorry, I did not know. I heard that only Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi were summoned by ED. But I saw Mr. K.C. Venugopal going there. He is in some other charge. He is an MP. I heard that there are some Congress chief ministers from other states who accompanied him. Were they also summoned? And I heard that they conducted some sit-ins there. They protested. They wanted to break this section 144 CRPC area and conduct protests. And then they were detained and they are complaining. What is that? If ED is conducting that inquiry,
no, two employees, two directors and one employee.